Well, good afternoon, folks. We got Dave. Now, I don't know if I would categorize Dave from the Digital Outlook channel as XRP Original Army, but he's a latecomer and he's talking some good stuff. I've been following him along, and definitely could always learn from somebody something. You know what I mean? There's always something to learn, and I'm sure he learns from me, and I learn from him. Dave, welcome to the show. But before we get started, folks, do me a favor and hit the record button. Go over to Rumble as quickly as you can and subscribe, because we're having issues here, if you understand what I'm talking about, okay? QFS 1776 is 100,000% the holy grail of what's to come. Not maybe, 100,000%. T-shirts, you got to get yourself decorated. You got to get yourself a T-shirt that says Jasara Nasara, QFS, XRP. People are going to ask you, what is that? You're going to send them where? To QFS1776.com. Also, don't forget Unified TV down below. Unified TV is what I believe will take over the platform called Netflix. And we're bringing in a whole new genre of movie producers and storytellers and docudrama people, etc. And we're going to tell you the story on how the world is going to be on earth as it is in heaven. We're going to give you Jasara Nasara. We're going to paint that picture for you very vividly clear. Also, down below, Telegram. We got 30,000 patriots in 2 rooms waiting for you, and they'll take you by the hand and teach you exactly how to buy these assets, how to store them on your cold storage, on your wallets, which the link for the wallets are down below. Do not leave your money on the exchange, please. And if you want to buy $10,000 worth of XRP or $100 million worth of XRP, yeah, I'm the guy that you come and see, and I will show you how to do that. We got brokers all over the world, over 300 of them. Okay, huge company. All right, when you hear somebody purchase $500 million worth of XRP, I can absolutely assure you they went through my guy. Okay, because if there was another guy out there, I would know about it. You know why? Because I'm out there. People know I exist. They would say, hey, listen, there's somebody else. I do the same thing your company does. Really? That hasn't happened. So I take it as, you know what? It doesn't exist. Brother, how the hell did you get introduced to cryptocurrency? I like to call them digital assets, because cryptocurrency is what the cabal wants. They want us in the crypt. They want us 6 feet under.
Right. I love the term digital assets as well, because number one, not all of these are currencies. In fact, some of them, majority of them, are absolutely literally transformative utilities that are going to take us from where we have been in this slave system for the last 100+ years into this new digital economy that is going to liberate so many people. So interestingly enough, my background is quite varied, but I spent 25 years working for the tax department in Canada. And in fact, I was working in the underground economy section of that, investigating underground economy, when I was first introduced to blockchain. And of course, it was Bitcoin. Now, back in those days, they basically were telling us that Bitcoin was good for 3 things: good for tax cheats, good for drug dealers, and good for pedophiles. And you just stayed clear of it. And in fact, I just kicked myself every living day, because look, I could have been one of those guys that spent $5 on Bitcoin and bought 5,000 Bitcoin. And then, the story that was out there 13 years later, that 5,000 Bitcoins worth $360 million, were the best $5 you could have ever spent.
Well, absolutely.
Fast forward into when the C dump happened. So the position that I held was a senior level position with CRA at that time, Canada Revenue Agency. And I knew that they were coming out with an emergency relief benefit for the whole C dump thing. Now, Canada has a population of 36 million, and 12 million people were going to avail themselves of this benefit. And anyone 15 years or older that held a job for only maybe 6 months was going to get $2,000 a month for a period of about 5 or 6 months. So quite a significant amount of money. Well, I was looking at my savings at that time, my wife and I, my wife Judy, and we realized, hey, look, we're going to lose. The purchasing power is going to be absolutely decimated. Now, I was living in Vancouver, British Columbia, which is a major bullion capital in the world. And so I thought, okay, fine. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to buy some gold and silver, physical, none of this ETF baloney, right?
Right.
And in Canada, the Canadian maples are literally 99.999, like really, really pure. And so I went around. I found one dealer, and the one dealer only had 17 ounces. Now, a tube of silver, as you know, is like holds, I think in Canada, 25 ounces to a tube in Canada. Well, I didn't even bother with that. I came home and my wife was on YouTube, and she found this guy selling a blockchain course, and we paid $250 to take this course. Now, of course, like I said, I knew about Bitcoin, but I did not know about the broader, space. And what ended up happening is initially I did get into it buying Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever, but then I found out about XRP. And the more and more I started to do my research and find out about XRP, I'm telling you, and not only that, I had the confirmation of what I knew was going on inside the government and what I know that was happening in the banking system, that just kind of put those two and two together. And that was it, man. I started my crypto journey, or my digital asset journey, down the road. And around that time, my wife and I only had like maybe mid five figures to totally invest. And we did it over a period of time. And within 1 year, I kid you not, that amount that we had invested literally went into the multiple seven figures.
Stratosphere.
It was just